Hey everybody, thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Sheridan. I work at the Long Beach Public Library, and today I'm going to show you how to make paper mosaics. Okay? If you haven't signed up for summer reading just yet, it is not too late. Be sure to visit longbeach.beanstack.org, create your account, and sign up so that you can start earning prizes, getting into the drawings for the weekly gift cards, reading books, writing book reviews, completing activities, any of the number of really cool things that we have lined up for you this summer. If you already are signed up for summer reading, be sure to enter the code MARIGOLD into the activity tab of your reading challenge to be able to get a point for watching this video today. Okay? So, mosaics are the art of decorating a surface with either a picture or a pattern using tiny little pieces of stone or glass or ceramic or tile that is set in mortar. Mortar is kind of like cement. So you press something into it, it hardens up, and then it actually holds it in place. Mosaics can be used indoors on floors, on walls, on ceilings. Pretty much any surface can be mosaicked if it's smooth enough, okay? The earliest known mosaics were actually found in the 3rd millennium BC, so like 5,000 years ago in Mesopotamia. These mosaics were made up of ivory, of seashells, of stones, and these abstract pieces that they used in Mesopotamia actually laid the groundwork and later inspired the Greeks and the Romans, the ancient Greeks and the ancient Romans, thousands of years later. So they were super important as far as an art style goes in the ancient world and even in the modern world. Mosaic floors are waterproof, they're easy to clean, and they actually reflect light, so they make spaces seem really bright and really airy. And that's why they were super popular in Roman bathhouses, which were places where ancient Romans would go to bathe for like hours at a time. It was a cool place. Here's an example from a Roman villa in Lusitania in Portugal. And you can see all the different little pieces of stone that were different colors that were used to make up a larger picture or a larger pattern to decorate a room with, right? So today, we're going to make mosaics out of paper, which I guess could also be called collage, but for the purposes of this video, in this place, at this time, we're gonna call them paper mosaics because that's really what they are. We're taking little tiny pieces of paper, we're putting them together, and we're arranging them with mortar, which is, for us, it's gonna be a glue stick, to be able to create a pattern, right? If you picked up one of the kits from one of our libraries, then you're gonna have everything that you need. Otherwise, I will let you know which supplies you'll need once you get a little closer. So come over here and let's get started. Okay, everybody, so now that we've talked about sort of what mosaics are, we're actually gonna construct our very own paper mosaic. So what do we need to make a mosaic? Remember we talked about how it's little pieces of stone or tile or glass or ceramic and mortar, and then a design, right? So we need those 3 ingredients. So let's get our mortar. We're gonna use some glue stick for mortar, and then our little pieces of tile or ceramic or stone, in this case, are going to be paper. So I've got all these pieces of colored paper. You should have some colored paper as well if you picked up the kit. Otherwise, you can also use, really any paper that you've got laying around. You can use newspaper, you can use whatever you want. As long as you feel good about the color or the design, you're good to go. So I've got these. And then the last thing that we need is a design. So if you picked up a kit, you were able to see that you've got 4 different designs in your kit. We've got a rainbow, a turtle, a flower, and then also an airplane, if it doesn't fly all over the place. So I've got an airplane, a flower, a turtle, and a rainbow. I think I'm gonna do the rainbow because it seems like it's a pretty chill thing to do. And then you're going to need to find a way to break these pieces of paper up into the little pieces that you want. I'm gonna use a pair of scissors, but you can either rip them or you can, really do whatever you want with them. I think what I'm gonna do is stack these all up because I'm gonna use these colors to make the actual rainbow stripes. And then I'm gonna cut them into smaller pieces. Again, you could rip these, you could cut them, whatever you feel is what you wanna do. And then I'm going to cut them into even smaller, tinier pieces so that we have little pieces to work with to put together our paper mosaic. Okay, so I've cut a bunch of little squares of paper. I may need more though, so I'm gonna do another strip, okay? Okay, perfect. So I think I'm pretty much ready to start. I have a bunch of different colors here mixed up. If you wanted to sort them out into different colors before you start to make it easier for yourself, you could totally do that. I am just gonna start though, because, you know, why not? So what you wanna do is take your mortar, your glue stick, and uncap it, and just start laying down a little bit of glue. I'm gonna try to do these first two stripes, and I think I'm gonna do them red and pink. So I'm just gonna get started here and laying down little by little, square by square, the type of color that you're gonna need. So I'm gonna do red and probably some pink in there too. Now you can cut these pieces of paper as little or as big as you want to be able to make your design either stand out or, you know, be easier to fill in. It's up to you really. And if you drew your own design, then you will be able to use the pieces of paper to fill in the design that you drew, you know, as you see fit, depending on the size of the pieces. So I've got these. So you can see that I'm leaving a little bit of white space in between some of the pieces, just so that you can still see the paper behind it. That's part of mosaic work, is that you can still kind of see the mortar, but you're still, for the most part, seeing the pieces of tile or ceramic that are laid into the mortar. So you can see I'm kind of getting going here. I'm just gonna keep going, so hang out with me. I'm gonna be working this rainbow. You keep working at your own pace. If at any point you wanna pause the video and just sort of catch up, you totally can. Or if you kind of have the hang of it and you wanna just click that X, you totally can too, okay? I'm gonna keep working though. All right, so I've got 2 rows done here of the rainbow, and I think I'm gonna keep on trucking and try to finish up the rest of the colors, okay? So you go ahead and keep working. If you wanna take a break, you totally can. Grab yourself a snack, get some water, put on some music. Crafting is always more fun when you have music, and we'll keep on trucking. I've got the yellow finished. One of the things that you can do to make your life a tiny bit easier is get a little bit of glue onto your fingertip, just a tiny bit like that, and then probably like wipe it off on a piece of paper, and then you just have a tiny bit of a sticky fingertip, and then you can use that to pick up pieces of little individual paper. So that makes your life a little bit easier, you know, in case you have a lot of work to do. I'm gonna keep on moving to the green stripe, so you keep working and we'll just hang out together and craft. So I've got the blue and the green stripes done. I'm using little squares, but you can actually use whatever shape you like. You can cut these into little triangles. You can, maybe if you have a hole puncher, you can hole punch the colored paper to make little dots, and then you can make a thing of dots. Yeah, so you can mosaic however you like. I'm gonna keep on moving to the purple stripe. All right, I think I'm pretty much done here. Maybe on my own time, you know, when I'm off work or whatever, I'll do like the blue background of the sky and then maybe do some, you know, some white for the clouds. But for the most part, this rainbow mosaic is pretty much done. You can see that it has the effect of the mosaics that I showed you earlier, where you can see the little bits of paper and then like a little bit of space in between them to give it like a tiled appearance. But yeah, we're pretty much done. Great work. All right, everyone, so it looks like we're pretty much done with our paper mosaics, or at least, you know, we still have some work to do, but we're as close as we're gonna get in this video. So I've got a paper mosaic rainbow that I made. It looks, you know, mosaic-y, just with paper. I chose the rainbow, but you can choose any of the patterns that came in your kit, or you can draw your own pattern, or you can pull a pattern out of a magazine and try to match it. Whatever you wanna do. The point is to be creative and to let the color of your creativity shine through. Ba-bam, okay? So thank you so much for joining us today. Like I said, if you did not enter the activity code into the activity tab of your challenges, it is right down here in the bottom right-hand corner. The activity code for this activity is Marigold. Type that bad boy in and you're gonna get a point for watching this video, okay? In that case, we'll see you next time. Don't stop reading, and we'll see you soon. Bye.